I'm just realizing how cool the landscape is here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Breath of the Wild. We are currently at the Dueling Peaks stable, because in the last episode, I went and got the side quest, and why did I go into the map to talk about a side quest? I got the, wait for it, here we go. The side quest Under a Red Moon, which basically requires that you know when a blood moon is going to happen, and I mentioned that there is somebody, hint hint, who will tell you about if the current day will have a blood moon, and that would be this guy here. Mr. Hino, who's, Hino? I don't, listen man. If I was good at pronunciation of names, I would have avoided a lot of awkward situations. But what I can say for sure is that his mustache is a little too high up on his face, and I don't like that. Oh, sorry. I didn't notice you. I was a bit lost in thought there. I've been doing rigorous research day and night to figure out the mystery of the blood moon. Yeah, I've seen it. Are you just pretending to know what I was talking about? That's fine, as long as you'll listen to me now while I tell you about it. For 100 years, so yes, I already know what it is, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway. Great! We know what it is. It's when all the monsters come back and the sky goes red and all that Ganon dandruff happens and yada yada yada, and that's what is known as the blood moon. Why do the monsters return to life? Why does it only happen when the sky turns red? Why, when this first game was first released, let's back up. Why, when this game was first released, did it happen in the middle of the day? No one really has the answer to those questions. It's a mysterious phenomenon. If you learn anything about the blood moon as you travel, be sure to come back and tell me. Well, you have to have that initial conversation with him first, but then the next time you talk to him, you can ask him about tonight's moon, and this is how you're going to know if tonight's moon is a blood moon. Tonight is the 13th day moon. Now it will slowly expand. So beautiful. So when there actually is a blood moon on the given day, he will say something along the lines of, oh, I've got a weird feeling about tonight's moon, or oh, a bad feeling, or something like that. He makes it known without quite making it known that it will be a blood moon. He's kind of cryptic about it, but you can figure it out pretty easily. I just ran over 2 innocent people, and I don't have any remorse for it. So anyway, if you watched the last video I posted, you will know that I mentioned that I recorded, or tried to record this video 2 or 3 to- oh, I don't like the look of you. I'm just gonna run now. I tried to record this video once or twice before this, and either the recording didn't turn out, or it straight up failed because I forgot to actually record. But we won't talk about that. So I have kind of done half of this video, or half of the progress that's going to be made in this video already. It didn't save or anything, but I've done it already, so I already know exactly what's happening. Although for the first couple things, I've done them previously anyway, so I don't think it'll make too much of a difference, but if my commentary is a little... Please stop, thank you. If my commentary is a little off, it's just because I feel like I've done this already, so... For some reason, anything being out of the ordinary affects my commentary. Why are you staring at a wall? Sir? Okay. When a dark light resides in the cursed statue's eyes, pierce its gauge to purge the seal from the shrine. I'm not wrong, am I? It must be around there. What are you up to? Ha! Let me guess. You caught wind of the great Dr. Calip's groundbreaking research and just had to meet him for yourself. No, don't tell me you've never even heard of me, after I've dedicated my life to researching ancient shrines. Well, you'd better remember my name, for it's not the last you'll hear of it. And while I'm at it, it's Dr. Calip, if you please. I didn't study my rear end off just to be called Mr. Calip, which brings me to a plot hole. Where is there a university at which he could have acquired a doctorate in Hyrule? Unless you can do that through, like, the king, like, through something in the castle town. Maybe there was a university, you know what? Maybe the Guardians just blew the shit out of it. Valid, although that would mean he'd have to be like 100 years old. And since you asked, I'll inform you that I'm engaged in analyzing ancient texts. I haven't time for idle chit-chat. Well, see, ancient texts are kind of I kind of like those because they usually mean big purple balls for me. Soon my long years of research will be revealed, and the world will hail it as the discovery of a century. To prevent any undue attention, I haven't even told my family about my work. You understand, I'm sure. Of course, Dr. big air quotes, Dr. Calip. Doctor? Did I just hear you call me Doctor? As in, not merely Calip, but Dr. Calip? It rolled off your tongue so naturally, it was downright salivary. I don't like that he's giving me that look while using the word salivary, by the way. That it's just not... Let's just get a better angle on that face. Yeah, I don't like that at all. You gotta stop, dude. You're making me uncomfortable. And so he just hangs there for a minute. This changes things. Very well then, I'm feeling charitable, so I'll let a few things spill. This is just between us, understand. When a dark light resides in the cursed statue's eyes, pierce its gauge to purge the seal from the shrine. The same thing I said before, you see, but I'm saying it a little louder and directly at you now. I'm still in the process of deciphering that one, so I don't suppose there's any harm in sharing it with you. That's my life in a nutshell. Days filled with researching shrines and nights spent studying ancient texts. That leaves no room to converse with passing strangers, so farewell. I have things to do, you see, such as staring at my bed. I'm a very productive man, you know. Anyway, so normally when you pick up a side quest, the solution or the thing you have to do is pretty close by. But if you had done this at the beginning of the game, which technically I think you're supposed to because it's right in the beginning area type of thing, it would be a pain in the ass to have to run all the way over here to do this. Now, would it be on your way anyway? Because you do have to go... Yeah, I guess if you're on your way to Hino village, it's kind of on your way anyway. But still, a little bit out of the way. So what you do here, it was talking about a cursed statue's eyes, pierce the gaze, fucking... I don't even remember, I don't really care to be honest. What you need to do is... And this will happen at 9 o'clock, so bear with me a second while I stall for time. It's great to be here in, I can't even use a local place. It's great to be on the internet, anyway. Stop doing what you're doing, please. Cursed statue is the one with the glowing purple eyes. All you gotta do is not use a shock arrow, because those are too expensive to use on these kind of things. Take an arrow, shoot it in the head. Statue goes kaboom. Congratulations, you've just vandalized an ancient artifact. But in return, you get your shrine. So what I will point out about this shrine and the next shrine we're going to do in this episode, if we have time, is that they are both extremely easy. And I remember them, they stick out in my head because of how easy they are. Now this one is just easy for the sake of being easy. The next one, well, I'll talk about the next one when we get to the next one. There's no sense getting ahead of myself. Sir, I'm gonna need to ask that you don't disturb me while I'm activating ancient things. Just keep your club away from me. Thanks. I'll meet you guys inside. Trial of Passage. Now, for this one, you want to be kind of quick, because you can't really screw yourself on it, but you can make it take a little longer than it needs to. If you can first cycle get on here, it makes things a lot easier, because the two chests you need are here. And actually, I can show you where the other one is while I'm stopped here, right over there. So by getting up here quickly, you can make it so that you only have to make one trip around this thing or wait for one piece. Now, what I recommend you do in the meantime is use magnesis, and I can't reach it from there. Okay, hopefully this thing drags this ball up to where I can get to it, because this thing can ruin your day. This thing can make it so that you have to sit here waiting for this giant circle to rotate once fully around. And I'm not feeling that, even though I feel like it's gonna happen. I don't want it to happen, but that thing is right above me right now. I'm not loving this. I'm really not loving this. Where is it? I should have gotten it out of here first thing. There it is. Okay, you get out. Now you never have to worry about this thing again. Now, the reason I'm standing on this platform, besides there's a chest on it, is because this is the platform you need to be standing on to complete the shrine. There are stairs on the other side, which link up to these, which lead to the exit. And that's it. Even if you're going for 100% looking for all the chests in this shrine, that's it. It takes like 45 seconds. So what I'm going to do from here is actually meet you guys over at Kakariko Village. And the reason for that is because in the last episode we got the last memory and the adventure log popped up saying, hey, go talk to Impa now. So instead of forcing you guys to watch a double cut, I'm just going to meet you guys in Kakariko Village straight from here. So I will see you guys in a moment. God, I love making things more efficient than they would normally be. Because in real life, I am like the god of doing things in a redundant way. Oh look, it's Kilton. I didn't know he could be over here. I guess it makes sense, because this is a settlement situation. So, all the adventure log said is go talk to Impa. So, I don't know if this is going to give me another picture to use or what. Why do you look so sad? What did you do? I've been gone for, well, actually, I haven't been back here in like a year, but we won't talk about that. Because I wasn't there, the heirloom, our precious Sheikah, oh. Oh. You mean that thing that I haven't seen in like a year? Okay, this is from a side quest. I'll put the episode number on screen where we deal with this, but it's to the point where it's ridiculous that I haven't actually finished this, unless this is just extra dialogue. It might just be extra dialogue. Yeah, actually I dealt with that already, like a long time ago. I'm just kind of that, neglectful person who never followed up about it. But anyway. Oh, so that means the heirloom has finally fulfilled its purpose. Yeah, like a year ago. Thank goodness. It doesn't matter how it happened, so long as the object we have guarded preciously for generations, so long as it was able to help you out in some way, I couldn't be happier. I pray that the protection of the gods of old follows you wherever you go. The gods of old. Listen, I appreciate the sentiment, but I am quite happy without Cthulhu's protection. Hey, Impa, okay. Well, this is just the view we have now. Yeah. I'm sorry, I guess. Ah. Oh, I need a second. Okay. Professionalism. Sorry. So the sword has been returned to its rightful owner, just as I expected of you, hero. The sword that seals the darkness is your counterpart. As long as that blade is at your side, you shall wield enormous power. It's very distracting reading this text with a hand in the middle of the text box. The princess risked everything for you and that sword. Do not forget that, and do not waste this chance. Ah, that's right. I sense it. Their presence. Daruk, Urbosa, Rivali, Mifa. 100 years ago, I put my life on the line to fight alongside everyone. But I could not protect them. They died without fulfilling their destinies. I have lived all this time thinking they died in vain. How do you think Link feels, dude? But this energy I feel from their presence, it seems they have not given up. I can also sense that they were all overjoyed to see you again. I think Rivali would disagree, but okay. Hello? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Now you all serve the same purpose. It is time to attack Calamity Ganon while he is weak. Hurry to the princess. Go now. But I came here for other business. I know where... Do you honestly think I don't know where Calamity Ganon is? Does the game seriously think I do? And Pi is still just in the middle of the screen. Even with the blessings of the divine beasts on your side, you must be careful. Calamity Ganon will be well protected. Be prepared for anything. By the way, how are you faring thus far? Well, you see, I did some stuff and made progress, and I'm very close to having all the shrines done. And you're talking about the pictures, and I didn't even address that. So anyway, no, all 12 pictures already? You visited every place? Then I suppose it's time. I will reveal the location of the final memory. She's getting up. She got up. I didn't think she was physically capable of that. Lady Zelda gave me specific instructions. She asked me to wait to show you this, although I would assume she would have to get up unless those pillows she's normally sitting on are just chock full of feces. This is the final picture. Oh, I don't even get it? It's just here? Does it look familiar? From this village you should be able to get there in half a day's time. Actually, yeah, it looks very familiar. Actually, as in we just rode past this on the way in here. Is it really that easy? There's no way it's that easy. Let me get a... Hello? Oh. So I finally get credit for doing that. Yeah, that... Actually, what I'm pointing at right now might be the gate at Fort Hino, where we rode through to get to Dr. Calip's shack. If that's the case, I know exactly where this is. Because let's say, for argument's sake, that this is Mount Lanayru, and this is Fort Hino's gate. That means that Fort Hino is here, the gate is right here, Mount Lanairu's back here, so that lines up perfectly. So then this memory is like right probably here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little stamp there because I'm assuming that's where it is. And I could be wrong because, again, I've never gotten this one before. But why is it still saying I have to speak to Impa? Oh. Oh, okay, the quest marker is still here because this is the only place you can see the picture, I'm assuming. I'm guessing it doesn't give it to you. Whoops. No. Interesting. Okay, well, I think I know where that is. We're not dealing with that for a little while, and by a little while, I mean probably the last episode before we go into the castle is where I'm going to do the very last shrine and the very last memory, so probably 2 or 3 more episodes before that, but I'll keep the stamp on the map just so that, like, I'm not going to go and find it in advance. I'll find it organically, but I'll keep the stamp there anyway just to remind me, hey, this is where you need to go, because knowing me, I will forget. So the next thing we're doing, I should probably show on the map, actually. We are going to get a shrine that is right in this area. And I don't know how I didn't get this shrine earlier. It's like all of the really obvious ones I just kind of walked right past right at the beginning of the game. I don't understand how I didn't do this. But I'm going to grab my horse because Horsey will make it a hell of a lot easier to get through here. Even though this is quite narrow and I can see myself slamming Horsey into a tree. But if it happens, we won't talk about it, alright? Cool. And it didn't happen. And it's not gonna happen. Look at me, look at this professionalism, dude. So I should mention that, and I forget if I did mention it because I'm just so out of it right now. I did try to record this video a couple times previously. Hello, oh shit, what's your name? What's the blue dragon's name? Nadra, that's it. I tried to record this episode a couple times, but I never did get to Impa. I scrapped them before I got to Impa, so that cutscene is entirely new to me. So, just in case the organicness of the playthrough is at all compromised, don't worry, I hadn't seen that yet. And I should also mention that I feel like this episode is cursed. Because I did also try to record this episode again earlier today, like probably, I don't know, a half hour ago. And I forgot to actually start recording my audio. So I had a nice Let's Play style video without me talking. So, I caught it before I got to Kakariko. I looked over and noticed, oh, I don't actually have a waveform going, so that's good. But this has been like... Well, I would have preferred to have this video up last week, but then last week happened, and I realized I was pretty vague in explaining what actually happened. It was nothing serious, it was just we were doing errands, and basically a part of our van fell out while we were driving. So, hello, what is happening? Oh, it's Nadra. What you doing, dude? The dragons are really cool. I will give that to this game. And the fact that they kind of have a schedule, but it's kind of random, makes it like, oh cool, I actually got to see this. And this is really cool to watch. I'm not going to stand here and watch, it's like a fucking 12 football fields long, but anyway. Just over here, behind this waterfall, cliche as fuck, is this shrine. So we're gonna take care of this, and then I think that's it for this episode, isn't it? Yeah, that's I think all I had planned. So I'm gonna go ahead and meet you guys in here. This is another one that's really easy, but in a different way, which I will explain while we're in there. 3 boxes. So the other shrine that we were in was easy in that the solution is like right in front of you. Can I climb that, please? Thank you. This one is easy in that you literally cannot do anything else in the shrine except the correct answer. There's no thinking involved. 3 boxes. 1, 2 on that uppy downy platform, which is what it's called. 3. So if you want the treasure chests, you can open them. You by no means have to. And I forget, again, complete professionalism. I forget if I mentioned this before. God damn it. Hold on. Let's get rid of... Long throw is useless. I forget if I mentioned this before in the last shrine, but the treasure chests that I'm getting are all completely optional. You do not have to do these. I don't think it counts for 100%ing the game in your progress tracker. Maybe it does. And if it does, I will put it on screen right now. But you by no means need it's like the Divine Beast chests. You don't need them. It's just a nice little boost to your inventory. So don't feel like you have to open every chest you come across. I do, because I like the completion aspect. Plus, near the end of the game, and I will make a note of this either in its own video or, you know, soon, but having all of this stuff collected from shrines, like all of these gems, mostly the gems actually, not so much the weapons, having all of these gems and stuff makes the end game a lot easier, because you can just go ahead and buy your cooking stuff to make recipes and stuff like that, and your arrows and basically everything you're gonna need for the end game. So that's why I do it, but don't feel as though you have to. By the way, I didn't explain anything that was happening there, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. This shrine and the last one are so easy. They're basically free. You basically get these spirit orbs for free. Sir, your perfectly spherical, strangely engraved... Actually, is that an engraving, or is the goddess crest in the orb? I guess it's in the orb, isn't it? Why am I thinking about this? I'm thinking way too hard about something that doesn't matter. I will meet you guys back outside. So yeah, again, for the end game, when I'm going and selling off a bunch of stuff, like, I mean, I could have been doing this the entire time, anytime I see an ore somewhere, just going and grabbing it. But I feel like that would detract a lot from each episode in terms of the progress that I want to make. So by the end of the series, or not by the end of the series, before we go in and fight Ganon, I will make note of exactly... Where's my stuff? There it is. I will make note of exactly how many of each gem that I've sold, how much I got for it. Well, not exactly, but like to give you an idea. And what I'm going to buy with it to make our siege on Ganon's castle, or Hyrule Castle, a lot easier. Now, before I cap this episode off, I'm morbidly curious here. I want to see if you could have... Oh, god damn it. Well, I was gonna see if you could have just walked through the waterfall using Cryonis, but it definitely looks like you could have. Because I had those going through the other side, and now they're through on this side as well. So you can, if you feel like it, if for some reason you don't feel like going through the way that I went, you can Cryonis just through the waterfall to get to where that shrine is. Anyway, that's not important. I think I have finally finished recording this cursed video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully the next episode will not be such a pain in the ass to get out there, and thank you guys again for your patience in the unexpected scheduling changes and all that stuff. Hopefully we are... The issues I thought I was going to have, which I addressed in the previous video, they don't appear to be impacting recording too much, so hopefully we'll be on a more regular schedule, and hopefully I can ramp things up to get more videos out at once, but we will see. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.